Hola clase, otra vez, estamos aquí. Here we are again together. This short lesson is going to be covering pages 30 y 31, 30 and 31 in our textbook. And I realize here on the V-text, I have them side by side, so the writing is quite small. If it's easier for you to look in your regular textbook, that's fine, 30 and 31. But I want to go over some of the vocabulary for you so that it'll be a little easier to digest, even though the reading itself is in English. Yay! So, first we're going to start with the title of La Página 30. And of course at the very top it says Bajo la lupa. Remember what that means from our Lección 1? Under the looking glass or under the microscope. So it's a little closer look at Hispanic culture. And this is going to be the Spanish-speaking university world and somewhat the high school world also. And some of the differences between our systems and theirs, particularly on page 30. So let's look at the title. Oof, are you ready? And there are several cognates here, and there's one false cognate. Let's try to find it. La elección de una carrera universitaria. Whew. That's something to say alone in the bathroom several times. La elección de una carrera, 3 R's in a word we don't like. Carrera universitaria. So it looks to be, if we're to look at it as just cognates, the election of a university career, which is close. Elección here means really the selection, or if we elect to take a certain set of courses, that would work as elección also. Now the real false cognate here is carrera. It looks like it means career, but as we proceed down the page, we find that a carrera, or if you say carrera, that's okay, is actually a major, a university or college major. So I am just going to go down the page and pick out the Spanish words for you. Oh, and here comes La Señorita. I've decided that the little highlighter is La Señorita highlighter. And pick out the Spanish vocabulary for you. Carrera universitaria. And we see right here in brackets that it means major. Carrera universitaria. So as you're reading through this, use this little video as a guide for the words. High school degree, also known as the bachillerato. Bachillerato. You know what? I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's bachillerato. Juliana just made a big error. The CH is the ch, and the double L is the ya. So it's bachillerato. Bachillerato. Gracias por tu paciencia con Juliana. Thank you for your patience with Juliana. Colegio. Colegio usually means a high school. And you'll notice that about colegio being a false cognate. I'll let you read about that. And in Argentina, they call it a polimodal, or we would say a polymodal track, en ese polimodal as well. And up here we see a picture of what looks like a very modern building at the Universidad Central de Venezuela. So it's the main university of Venezuela in Caracas, the city of Caracas. And we see how Argentine students here choose their carrera. And then, of course, you read a little bit about Spain. And this is called the Prueba de Aptitud. And, of course, we could guess this from what we've already had and from cognates. Prueba meaning a quiz or a test. And aptitud, of course, aptitude. And we know all about those tests in this country. A bachelor's degree is called una licenciatura. Una licenciatura. Almost like a license, a licensure, or a license. Una licenciatura. And then it talks about various countries and about Colombia's licenciaturas. And in Chile. So here, this is some statistics that you will see. And AAUU, do you know what AAUU is? It's Los Estados Unidos. And why is it AAUU? Because there is more than one estado, so they put two E's. And unidos, there's more than one united state, so it's two U's. And often when you'll see a card or a letter written, which you don't much anymore, we see emails and electronic mail, but you will very often see AAUU as an abbreviation for USA or for the United States. It's very common. And of course, this little box says estudiantes hispanos en los AAUU, so Spanish-speaking students in the United States. And these actividades here will be included in the Tarea section of our module. And so will the Conexión Internet. We're going to first look at this Flash Cultura, and then I'll talk a little bit about this Conexión Internet. So in our Flash Cultura, as a preparación, it asks what the name of your school is, what degree program you're in, what classes you're taking. And this is just for la preparación. And then, of course, there's the video episode. And this is part of the vocabulary that's included in the video. So let's take a look at it. ¿Qué estudias? We saw estudiar and ¿qué tomas? ¿Qué clases tomas? In our last couple of pages. Now they're asking, ¿qué estudias? What are you studying? Or what do you study? ¿Cuál? That means which one, which, specific, rather than ¿qué meaning generally, what are you studying? ¿Cuál is which, or what is your particular favorite? ¿Cuál es tu materia favorita? Now this is really a false cognate. Materia, it doesn't mean a piece of material, or what is your favorite matter? Materia is subject. ¿Cuál es tu materia favorita? Por ejemplo, carrera de medicina. Me gusta la medicina, I like medicine. So my degree is una carrera de medicina. O posiblemente carrera de derecho. Derecho, law. So we have medicina and derecho. And we'll see that the gentleman here in the Flash Cultura video is asking in Spanish what several students are studying, and she's answering, estudio, I'm studying derecho en la UNAM, in the University UNAM. And he asks another fellow, ¿conoces alguien, perdón, ¿Conoces algún profesor famoso que dé clases en la UNAM? And this would be very difficult for you to understand without having quite a bit of Spanish. Conoces means, do you know some or a professor who is famous, so a famous professor that gave classes at UNAM? So do you know a particular professor, a famous professor, who gave classes at UNAM? And then each student that he interviews will give the name of a person that they remember giving classes. And there will also be a little bit of tarea with the Flash Cultura, which I will outline in our tarea section. I want to just give you, before we actually go to the video, I want to give you a few statistics about UNAM and what it really means. UNAM means La Universidad Nacional Autónoma, which means autonomous, de Mexico. So that's why they don't call it by the full name, La Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico, or UNAM. And it's located in the middle, or a little south of the central portion of Mexico City, which, by the way, now has 24 million inhabitants, if you can imagine that. And some interesting statistics about it. It's about 3 square miles. It has its own bus system and its own police force. And the active population now, this was as of 2010, it's aside from the video, it's some other information that I have received, is approximately 300,000 people. 137,000 of them are subgraduados, or undergraduates. Unbelievable. ¿Tú puedes imaginar? Can you imagine going to school with 137,000 other students? Sí, Juliana. There are 997 buildings. There are 143 bibliotecas, or 143 libraries. 4 millones de libros, 4 million books. 19 librerías, 19 bookstores. 28 clínicas, 28 clinics. 2 jardines botánicos, 2 botanical gardens. 2 observatorios, 2 observatories. 15 millones de computadoras personales, 15,000 personal computers in labs. And this I just couldn't resist telling you. There is also un estadio olímpico, an Olympic stadium, and I know that they hosted the Olympic Summer Games, and I can't tell you what year. You'd have to look it up. They have 39 deportes diferentes, 39 different sports, 24 comedores, 24 dining rooms, 35 cafeterías, 35 cafeterias, y 3 supermercados, 3 supermarkets. Unbelievable. Increíble. And I didn't write these statistics because I thought it would be good just to hear a little bit of Espanol about UNAM. And of course you can go to the site if you want yourself after seeing Flash Cultura and find out some more about it. Bueno, gracias y vámonos a Flash Cultura.